Miss Pitts, Mr. Montz used to be your boyfriend. I think that you lived together for a period of time. On February the 19th of this year, you had a major kerfuffle at your house, and you were arrested.
November 2023. An accusation shakes a small town. A young woman is injured on her wrist, and she claims that he was the one who attacked her. 4 people, 4 statements, and a story full of contradictions. The case quickly becomes the center of heated debate. Who is really lying, and what actually happened in that small room that day? Today, we're diving into the story of an ex accused of lying to the police about his own injury and the unexpected consequences that followed. This isn't just a story about a physical wound. It's a legal battle where truth and deception intertwine, and every detail matters. The incident happened between 2 former lovers, a relationship that ended in conflict, but the wounds have now drawn in the law.
You were arrested based upon complaints made by Mr. Montz, and you claim 2 things.
The accuser claims that Darnell is hiding the truth, while he firmly insists that he is not lying. The police, the attorneys, and even the court, all of them had to look deep into every detail, every piece of medical evidence to uncover the truth. While Kelicia tried to present herself as the victim, her trembling gestures, her hesitant voice, her dazed expression as she described running naked to the neighbor's house to borrow a phone and call for help, Darnell remained strangely calm. He observed every reaction, answered questions slowly, and every word he spoke seemed carefully measured. This psychological contrast created tension right inside the interrogation room. Who was right and who was wrong? This was the moment when the conflict between the 2 stories erupted, creating pressure not only on Darnell, but on the entire legal system surrounding them. Witnesses, doctors, and medical reports were presented. Contradictions began to appear. Was Darnell telling the truth? Or was the accuser manipulating the emotions of the police and the legal system? Every detail from the cut on the wound, the timing of the medical visit, to the official reports was examined meticulously. Judge Judy asked a series of sharp, pointed questions. Each question seemed simple, yet carried the intention of peeling back the layers to expose the truth. She carefully observed every change in Kelicia's facial expressions as she recounted running to the neighbor's house, looking for signs that didn't match the medical report or her previous statements.
What started this kerfuffle?
He came to my apartment after I was honored at an event. On that night, we got in an argument.
Just a second. You had been living together in that apartment?
No. We lived separately.
So you never lived together?
We had, but not in this apartment.
Is there a reason you weren't living together?
Our relationship ended for 3 months, and then I decided that I wanted to live by myself.
Her questions forced Darnell to explain every detail, whether he did or did not hide anything, and the reasoning behind each action, putting his composure to the test even though he appeared calm on the surface. After hours of questioning, the police uncover a major inconsistency. Darnell appears to have a detail that doesn't match the medical report. However, the accuser is not entirely transparent. Either there are signs she may have self-inflicted an injury to create evidence. From the police's perspective, every fact is important. Every statement, every document, every conversation is a piece of the puzzle that forms the picture of the truth. The climax comes when police cross-check security footage, official records, witness statements, and Kelicia's account of running to the neighbor. The truth gradually emerges. The conflict isn't just about the injury itself, but also about how each person interacted with the law, the police, and each other. The pressure on both parties peaks as every detail could become evidence that convicts or exonerates.
Well, tell me about that.
He grabbed me.
Shut up!
Judge Judy entered the courtroom with her usual stern presence and immediately began asking questions that seemed simple on the surface but carried sharp intent. She ordered a review of the neighborhood camera footage, compared it with the medical report, and lined it up against both of their statements. And that's when the major inconsistencies started to appear. The camera never captured Kelicia running naked and panicked the way she described. Instead, the figure in the footage moved calmly, step by step, showing none of the fearful, out-of-control behavior she claimed. The medical records also revealed nothing more than minor scratches, far from the injuries she said she suffered during her dangerous escape. Judy watched Kelicia more closely. The shifting eyes, the way she looked away whenever questioned about running to the neighbor's house, and the moments where she stumbled so much she could barely keep her story straight. Then, the judge turned to Darnell. He remained completely composed. Every answer he gave from start to finish was consistent.
You have a police report as well?
I do not, just
I'd like to
because
see
of
it.
my work schedule.
Do you have a police report, Ms. Pitts?
Yes,
I'd like to see it.
this is there.
Okay.
No details changed, no explanations contradicted each other. He wasn't trying to persuade anyone, he was simply stating what he believed to be the truth. When Judy asked her final question, "Are you hiding anything?" Darnell looked her straight in the eyes and answered calmly, "No, ma'am. I've been honest from the beginning."
I don't think they're dumb enough to hit themselves over the head.
That steady demeanor didn't just make an impression, it became a crucial anchor for Judy as she weighed his behavior against the objective evidence. Judge Judy continued, "Therefore, the court officially dismisses all allegations against Mr. Darnell. And furthermore, because Ms. Kelicia provided false information and damaged his reputation, I am holding her financially liable for the resulting civil damages." She glanced down at the file before announcing the final penalty. Ms. Kelicia is ordered to pay $1,250 to cover Mr. Darnell's legal fees, plus an additional $500 in court costs for making false statements. The total is $1,750. This is the court's final decision. A sharp strike of the gavel echoed through the room, closing the case. Kelicia stood frozen, as if all the strength had drained from her body. And Darnell, despite winning, didn't celebrate. He simply carried the quiet relief of a man who had finally gotten his truth back after days of being dragged through public scrutiny and baseless accusations. This story becomes a powerful reminder of how thin the line can be between accusation and truth, and of the consequences when someone frames themselves as a victim to manipulate emotions, law enforcement, or the legal system. On a societal level, the case highlights an essential point. No accusation, no matter how dramatic or heartbreaking it sounds, can replace evidence. No one has the right to twist the truth or harm another person by weaponizing their emotions. From a psychological perspective, it reveals the intense pressure both sides endure, the falsely accused living under invisible weight, and the accuser living in constant fear that their lie will eventually collapse. In this situation, the wounds aren't just physical marks, they're legal evidence. And sometimes that evidence becomes a double-edged sword depending on how it's used. In cases like this, patience, precision, and honesty, especially in documenting events, preserving medical records, and consulting an attorney, are crucial for protecting yourself. One small lie, one overlooked detail, can shift the entire outcome. This isn't a story about winning or losing. It's a reminder that every action and every statement we make can easily become evidence that might turn right back against us. And the most unsettling question is this: can you truly tell who's telling the truth and who's lying when a single injury might be hiding more than one story? In cases like this, the truth is never obvious. It lives in the small details, in human behavior, and in the way each person responds when placed under legal pressure. When every statement is dissected and every piece of evidence is compared, we're left with a tangled picture: truth, lies, and legal consequences woven tightly together. And that leads to the final reminder: precision, vigilance, and honesty are the only real keys to uncovering the truth.